Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite film podcast, The Average Film Enjoyer. We are your hosts, Trey and Evan. Jagger will not be on for the next couple episodes. He is restarting his podcast with his friend Toby, who we've had on here before. He will be back next week, but for the next couple episodes, he will not be here. Just till he gets that up and running and in a comfortable position. So you guys, it'll just be me and Evan, like old times. Like not super old times. Super old times was just me and Jagger.
Yeah.
And then for like 2 weeks it was me, Jagger, and Evan. And then it was me and Evan. And then it was me, Jagger, and Evan again. And now it's me and Evan. And before me it was just Jagger. But yeah, just like old times, the two fellas. We got some good stuff coming up. As you guys may know, as our regular listeners may know, we are in the middle of our Marvel retrospect. We're having a ton of fun with that. We're going to be talking about it today. We're going to be finishing up Phase 1 today, actually.
Yeah, we got Pete today.
We really do. And then Friday, we will be, for our Friday, and we're working continuously through our IMDb list. We're getting up there. So, upcoming episodes. Friday, we are going to be discussing for Marvel, we will be discussing Thor, The Dark World, and Iron Man 3. And for, holy cow, we're at 1:30. Holy cow. That's crazy.
Bit of a stinky Marvel episode.
Yeah, but we got Indiana Jones coming up.
Ooh, shit. Dude, Trey, I have not seen Indiana Jones in my adult life.
Are you serious? We might just do the whole trilogy.
I'm down to watch the trilogy. I'm down for it.
Oh my god, they're so good. And people hate on Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom is really good.
The last Indiana Jones movie, like the last time I watched one was when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out. And I watched it in theater. So I was 8 years old. 9 years old. It's
Last Crusade on the IMDb list, so we'll just do the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Raiders is higher up on here.
I could talk about the video game because I played that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, we'll just do the whole OG trilogy for that.
I'm down for that.
We digress. Friday.
You got a double
for
episode this
Thor:
week.
The Dark World. And yeah, we do have a double episode this week. Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 3 and The Wolf of Wall Street and The Kid for IMDb movies.
I watched half of The Kid.
Oh,
I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah. And then for for our next Friday after that, and this will probably come out tomorrow, Wednesday, and then the Friday one will probably come out Saturday. So the next one after that episode are Marvel movies. Oh, what is it that week? Hold on, let me pull it up. I had it. It's in one of my many windows that I have open. The week after that is a peak-ass week. We got 2 peak-ass weeks in a row. But that week is going to be Captain America, The Winter Soldier, debatably the best Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy.
No shit, really? Oh, dude, I'm so
in
excited.
1 week, dude. Oh my god.
Dude, Trey, our IMDb movies that week are crazy.
Yeah, we're doing, and then our IMDb movies for that week are Some Like It Hot, and we would do a few dollars more, but we're going to skip it, and we're going to do Top Gun Maverick.
Holy
And then the week after that will be, I guess we're going 3 weeks ahead, Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. So two more peak-ass movies. And the Dollars trilogy.
Fuck yeah.
So that'll be like a 5-movie week. That'll be a big week for us.
I'm going to try and convince Beth to watch the Dollars trilogy with me.
That'd be a W. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy and Winter Soldier.
I
Dude,
haven't seen the first.
Phase 2, man.
Yeah.
We got Civil War after that, Doctor Strange, Guardians 2.
Two of my most anticipated rewatches for this entire Marvel rewatch is Civil War and Age of Ultron, because I've only seen both of them once,
Yeah.
and it was in theaters, so it's been fucking forever.
Yeah, and they're both
And
excellent.
I saw Civil War with my brother, who is a big Marvel hater. And
you think that skewed your opinion
it
of the film?
100% did, because I remember being like, damn, that movie was kind of fucking sick, and he was like, dude, that movie sucked ass.
Yeah.
And then I just ran with that.
Yeah, as we all do.
I'm definitely going to show
older brothers are
Yeah.
very influential.
Well, here's the thing is that when I was a kid, I just hated everything he loved.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've talked about this before, but yeah, for V for Vendetta, it's his like one of his favorite movies ever, and I hated it when I was a kid.
And then you rewatched it for the pod, and you were like, "Oh shit, this rips!"
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we got coming up. Please join us for those. It's going to be great. But before we get into anything, Evan, how are you? How you been since we last recorded? You had a job interview today. How did that go?
It was interesting. On the good side, but also the guy that interviewed me, I met with him like a year ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, come back when you have more experience. And the first 5 minutes of the interview today was pretty much the same conversation. Where he's like, come back when you have more experience. But then I told him, I was like, dude, call my references. I'll come bake for you. I'll prove it to you. And I started showing him pictures of stuff I make at home.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And he was like, okay, well, why don't you come into the shop on your day off and we can work together, and you can kind of show me what you can do, and I can show you how things work around here. So
well, that's cool.
Sick. Yeah. So
is this a guy you want to work for?
Yeah. It's only a bakery versus working in a grocery store bakery, which I want to be in.
Then there's probably higher standards, I bet.
Yeah. But no,
but that'd be cool. That'd be super cool.
The pay isn't a lot more, but
it's more.
I've said it for the last 3 months that I fucking hate my job, so
yeah.
I'll take the same pay for a better work environment. I'll take it. So either this weekend or next week, I'm gonna go hang out at the bakery. So that's cool.
Hell yeah.
And then we did late Christmas with my dad because he lives in Ontario, so it's too expensive for him to fly out during the holidays. So excuse me, this weekend was my dad's side. We did Christmas. Me, my dad, my grandma, brother, girlfriend, brother's partner. Beth's parents came out. They brought her dog, who I love so much.
Hell yeah.
That
sounds like a blast.
We had such a good time. It was a great time, yeah. A lot of cards. Played a lot of cards. We watched a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Heck yeah.
Watched one movie I'll talk about later. We had a great time. It was awesome. Stayed in this freaking mansion. Yeah. Great weekend. So I just got back yesterday from that. So my watch list isn't crazy, but
yeah,
very fun.
Now I don't feel as bad for not texting you because I know you probably would have been really long to respond.
Oh no, I would have responded, but yeah, no, we had a good time.
Yeah, great. Make me feel bad, Evan. God.
Nah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time. And Cineplex updates their listings on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and when I wake up for work tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the morning, the first thing I will do is check if The Brutalist is screening. And if it is, I'm going to just nut.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I need to go see The Brutalist and Den of Thieves 2 Pantera.
Yeah. Hell
That's some man shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you, but my boss at Save-On is obsessed with Den of Thieves, and it's the funniest shit ever. we talk about horror movies a lot, but not really like other kinds of movies. And I was like, yeah, I saw I saw Nosferatu. And he's like, how was it? I said it was really, really good. He's like, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna see it yet. And he goes, but have you heard about Den of Thieves 2, Pantera? I said, yeah, I've heard about it. I really like the first one. He goes, dude, I'm watching the first one in my office right now. Every time I get a break, I'm watching little snippets of it. I can't wait. And I was like, that's pretty awesome. And I went back the next day to pick up some groceries. I wasn't working. And I was like, yeah, we're doing Christmas with my dad this weekend. He goes, dude, are you seeing Den of Thieves 2 with your dad this weekend? I was like, hopefully, man. I hope so. That's so funny.
Hey, have you heard about this movie, Den of Thieves 2?
Yeah. So shout out to Rick, Den of Thieves' biggest fan. That's my guy. That's my guy right there.
That's really funny.
Yeah. How have you been?
I was sick over the weekend,
Oh, no.
which kind of sucked ass. But Dolly, my dog, finally came back from having puppies.
Oh, nice.
So I finally have a dog in the house again. I hit 2 years of sobriety last Wednesday,
That's awesome.
which is pretty cool.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's about it. I don't know. It's been pretty boring. Life has been boring. I'm back at school, which is really nice.
Hell yeah.
I've
been looking at going back to school.
You going like grad school or something?
No, to get a baking degree.
Oh shit, that'd be super cool.
Because it would mean I make a lot more money.
Yeah.
But then I'd have student loans, and currently I have no student loans.
Hell yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, movie news. Evan.
Yeah.
We got one of the best trailers we've seen in a while this last week.
The Working Man.
What's the job? I'll do the job.
That's my man. We all know it. Jason Statham.
Yes.
Taking down bad guys. Every movie's the same. Every movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I'm the working man.
Yeah. He's killing people with buckets. Like,
dude, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And it's David Ayer, who, say what you want about the Suicide Squad. Say what you want about the Tax Collector. Those movies aren't very good. The Beekeeper fucking rips. And that's all that matters. Because Jason Statham reunited with the GOAT. This thing's gonna bang. I can't wait. I told my dad to...
Oh, he did Fury as well.
Yeah, he did Fury too. He's a good director.
Oh, but he made Bright. Oh, that movie was such ass.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. I know this is going to be a good time, purely because it's Jason Statham, and the Beekeeper fucking rules. I texted my dad, and I was like, dude, you need to schedule a business trip to Calgary around when this movie comes out, so we can go watch it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, super excited for that. It's gonna be fun. I love that guy. Jason Statham's the man.
What's the job? I feel like my Jason Statham needs some work.
I'll come back on Friday with a Jason Statham. I'll watch a Jason Statham movie and we'll
yeah, hell yeah.
We'll come with something. Yeah, movie news hasn't been too crazy. Cynthia Erivo wants to play Storm for the MCU. That's pretty cool.
I'd be game for that. I think she's a good actress.
Yeah. This one made me...
did you see that they're doing The Passion of the Christ 2 directed by Mel Gibson?
You will not fucking guess what is on my phone that I was just...
Oh my gosh! Dude, this is why we're best friends. We are so linked up, bruh.
The resurrection of Christ.
Dude.
Crazy shit. Dude,
there is no way that I mentioned that as soon as you were about to mention... That is wild.
That is
we are so in sync, dude.
I love you, bro.
Oh my god. I love you too. That's wild. Here's what I can tell you about that movie.
Yeah.
What an awful idea.
Mel Gibson, go fuck yourself.
And Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, you too.
Jim Caviezel is like an active QAnon member.
He sure is. Fuck Jim Caviezel and fuck The Sound of Freedom. You're a bad guy, and that movie's bad.
Yeah. Well, and the movie the guy that movie is about isn't a great guy either.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
but it's also just a bad
just
movie.
why. Yeah, I heard it was terrible.
I think I have it at a 1 star.
You actually watched it?
I did watch it. Bill Camp's in it.
Oh man, come on,
Dude,
Bill.
Trey, Bill plays a guy, I don't remember this clearly, but he's the guy that, like, from what I remember, like, assaulted and murdered a child.
Oh my god.
And then he's like, I changed my ways. I found God.
Dogging on my boy Bill. I
know,
love
we
Bill
love
Camp, dude.
That's my guy. Yeah.
He's so good.
We'll forget about that one.
We
Julia
had the
Garner. Julia Garner asked about how she will look as the Silver Surfer. She said, It's shiny. That's it.
That's such a W. We had the Golden Globes.
We did.
Should we discuss?
Yeah.
The disappointments and the excitements of the night?
Let me pull up the winners.
Disappointingly, did you watch the Golden Globes, Evan?
No, I watched Lost.
That's totally fair. You're at a really good spot in Lost.
Well, I was gonna watch it, but like, Nikki Glazer's fine, and I find this.
She was so good. She was really funny.
I saw a couple of the jokes. I saw a couple of them. I just find this award season just is kind of boring to me, honestly. Like,
especially compared to last year.
Yeah, it's like Dune's not winning anything, and Emilia Perez is winning everything. All
the times Emilia Perez and even Wicked won is like, I'm just like, just kill me.
Yeah, you haven't seen Emilia Perez, right?
I've started it like 3 different times, and I can't get through it.
That's fair.
I don't log something unless I finish it.
Yeah.
And that's why I still haven't logged Wicked.
Oh, you started Wicked?
I can't finish it, dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just so awful.
Yeah, sorry, Cash. I'm sorry, Cash.
What does he have Wicked at?
He loves Wicked. He has it at a strong 4. And he won't stop talking about it.
That is the most cash take I have ever heard.
Especially because the biggest Wizard of Oz hater on the planet.
And Cash is like the film bro.
Yeah.
Dude, like, honestly, and no hate towards him. Like, we love Cash. Cash is a homie. But, like, if you were just to judge him off his film taste, you're like, oh, this guy's just a total film bro. And that is just, like, the most uncash take I've ever heard. That's wild.
I'm happy The Brutalist won Best Picture Drama. I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's going to change my life.
Yeah. What won Best Picture Comedy and...
What do you think won? Fucking Emilia Perez.
Oh, Emilia Perez. Yeah, I forgot. And the other problem I have with that is I love seeing representation for the trans demographic in cinema.
It's bad representation, though.
That's awesome. I'm all for it. Not when we're always representing trans... Like, we're regressing back to the 1980s, people. Like, we're just like, yeah, you have trans people in your movie, but every time you have trans people in your movie, they're bad guys. Like, the big one I always think of that's super transphobic is Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, God.
Is like, you have trans characters, but you villainize them.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
Yeah. I don't like the movie for a lot of reasons. I don't hate it as much as a lot of people hate it. I think I have it at 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a little high. My issue is that this category had A Real Pain, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah.
Anora,
mm-hmm.
which is crazy because Anora is fucking amazing. Challengers, say what you want about it. I don't love it. I like it.
What do you have it at?
I have it at 3.5. I've seen it 3 times now.
I have it over. I have it higher than you.
I've watched it 3 times now. I like it. I don't love it.
I don't see it. I only see it getting better with rewatch.
It's way too long.
The editing mixed with the cinematography mixed with the score, it all just pairs so well together.
The queer
And
score
it's,
smokes it, dude.
I don't know, man.
We'll talk about queer later.
Okay.
You also have The Substance in here too, which is fucking
Yeah.
nuts because The Substance is insanely good. Have you
Yeah.
seen it yet?
No, I'm either gonna watch that tonight or Return of the King.
Okay, watch The Substance. You've seen Return of the King 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's not enough times.
Yeah, you might be right. That's not ridiculous. Best Motion Picture Animated, Flow won. This makes me so happy. A silent film about a cat. That's a massive W over Inside Out 2 and Moana 2.
Which I did just watch Inside Out 2, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. But
And
we'll
The
talk
Wild
about
Robot.
that in Diary.
I thought The Wild Robot was going to win.
That's what I thought I was going to win.
Yeah.
We did almost see someone win 2 Best Actor awards in the same night with Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan won Best Actor for A Different Man, and then he was also up for Best Actor for The Apprentice. And I was really hoping he would win, but Adrian Brody took it home.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta tell you the funniest story. We were watching the Golden Globes because we watch the Golden Globes and the Oscars every year as a family. And so Sebastian Stan comes up to accept. I don't know if you watched his acceptance speech. It was really beautiful about people. So he's like talking about people with disabilities. And my dad didn't realize that the movie he was accepting for was A Different Man. He thought he was accepting for The Apprentice. So my dad was under the impression that he was coming up to accept an award and basically calling Donald Trump, like,
that's fucking hilarious.
Like being like, we need to accept and be understanding because he has a disability. And my dad was so confused. It was so funny. And I was like, no, Dad, that's not, no.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
Demi Moore for The Substance for Best Actress Comedy.
Love to see it.
Crazy.
Love seeing
Crazy
like
good.
blockbuster actors win awards.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
Shocked that Mikey Madison didn't win this. Honora went home empty-handed at the Golden Globes, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for Demi Moore. That's awesome. And I'm happy she won over the girl from Amelia Perez, because,
Any other movie news?
We got a teaser trailer for the Until Dawn movie today. And I don't think you've played it, because I think it's only on PlayStation. It's directed by David F. Sandberg, so guy who did Lights Out, which we like.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that movie's kind of shitty, but it's really scary.
Stop. It's a good movie.
Yeah, that's the one with, like, the shadow monster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not great, but it's, like, it's really scary.
Yeah, it is really scary. It looks pretty cool. Peter Stormare is reprising his role from the game, which is sick.
Oh, is this the one that's like a choose-your-own-adventure?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you've told me about this.
The way they're doing it in the movie, which they talked about today, is that it's like a Groundhog Day type thing. So they'll be in one horror genre type thing, and then they'll die, and then it'll go into a different genre. They'll die, and then it'll different one, and it's like
that sounds sick.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I love the game. I played it a bunch of times. The other movie news I'm really excited about. Succession creator Jesse Armstrong has decided to write a film for HBO as his next project. The film follows 4 friends who meet during the turmoil of an ongoing international financial crisis. This sounds up my fucking alley, dude. I love this shit. Margin Call, directed by J.C. Chandor, the guy who did Kraven the Hunter. Don't worry about that. He's an amazing director. Margin Call is phenomenal.
Have you heard about the scream from, like, the mistake that they made with Kraven the Hunter, where they forgot to add a scream in post?
I saw
and the
that.
action, oh my god, that clip is golden. It is so good.
Yeah, that clip's fucking hilarious. The Wolfman comes out on Friday, getting pretty good reviews. People who love The Invisible Man, this is big news for them. Yeah, Trey.
Dude, we're getting Lee Winnell's Monsterverse. Yeah. Like, he said, this is what he wants to make a universe with all the, like, the Invisible Man, Frankenstein, Wolfman, all these old, like, 1920s horror characters. He wants to... Dude, and I'm just like, anything that has Lee Winnell involved, I'm like, just give it to me. Inject it into my veins.
Yeah, and it's gotten pretty good reviews so far. From the reviews I've read, the embargo I think is still up, but the like written reviews are out, and they're good. They're like, it's not as good as the Invisible Man, but it's still really good. So
I mean, Invisible Man is one of the best horror movies of all time. Stop.
Stop.
Peak. It's so good.
It's a 4-star.
And Aldous Hodge, if he tried to kiss me, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, that's not ridiculous. The last piece... Dude, Nicole Kidman has been wilding on this Baby Girl press tour. It's fucking hysterical. Today's quote... Okay, well, she was talking... Do you know about the milk thing?
No.
So there's a scene in the movie where Harris Dickinson makes her drink from a plate of milk like a cat. And Nicole Kidman said that was a real sexual encounter she had, where a guy made her drink a glass of milk and then called her a good girl. And she thought it was the hottest thing that had ever happened to her. So they put it into the movie because of that. But today, Nicole Kidman reveals she had to pause filming of Baby Girl. Quote, there were times where we were shooting and I said, I don't want to orgasm anymore. End quote. Crazy, dude. Nicole Kidman, good for you. Having a good time on set. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Insane. Oh, one last thing. Sing Sing. You know this movie, Coleman Domingo, right? Do you know about this? It's really good. It's about a bunch of prisoners in prison who do like theater productions and musical theater and stuff like that. Sing Sing will become the first feature film to be released in theaters and prisons at the same time. So they're going to play it in prisons. I think that's pretty cool. I love that.
All right, so we are going to get into Diary.
Heck yeah.
I just can't remember where I left off. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh,
I think I have some peek here. Yeah, when did we last record? I gotta go to YouTube and look. Oh god. Eight days ago is when it came out. Some bad podcasting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to go back to the second.
Okay. Do you remember if I talked about Apocalypse Now?
No, you did not.
Okay. Did I talk about the New Year's movies? Like all the rom-coms I watched, No Strings Attached, Friends with Benefits? I think I did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll start with a second. Cool.
All right. So for me, Tron Legacy needed to start the new year off right. With one of my all-time favorites. Yes. Evan, guess what? It's still 5 stars. Yep. After that, I watched a Nicolas Cage movie because I haven't checked one off in a while. Season of the Witch. It was ass. It's the same guy who did Gone in 60 Seconds. This is the first ever Nick Cage movie I've put below a 3-star. It's a 2.5. It's...
You mean the Adjustment Bureau or the Humanity Bureau, whatever, over a 3?
Yeah, I think I have that at a 5, actually. That movie is fucking hilarious.
Let me see. I love that.
But that one is like so bad it's good. You know, this one's just bad.
I remember the trailers for this coming out, and I thought it was going to be like that Vin Diesel movie, The Last Witch Hunter.
Oh, yeah. Where is... God, the Humanity Bureau is so far down on his Letterboxd page. Nobody's seen that movie.
Do you have you should make a ranking.
Pay the Ghost is... I also labeled Pay the Ghost 1 star. That's another really bad one.
Yeah.
Seeking Justice. I forgot about this one. Dude, there's so many Nicolas Cage
best friend
movies.
right here.
Running with the Devil is also really bad. That's a half star, actually. Lawrence Fishburne is in that one.
Damn.
The Humanity Bureau, I have it 5 stars.
Fuck yeah. Based.
Dude, it's so good. If you guys can't tell, Nick Cage is my favorite actor. I love him. And honestly, my favorite might be Longlegs.
Not ridiculous.
He's in The Outsiders?
Oh, the Stephen King?
What?
Damn.
The Francis Ford Coppola one.
Isn't that a Stephen King thing?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh, he is in it, like a tiny role.
Damn.
Sorry, we digress. Season of the Witch, butt cheeks. Not even Ron Perlman being in it could save it. But yes, Ron Perlman is in it. I followed that with a Shudder original called The Beach House that, Evan, you should check out. Really, really good. Some dope body horror scenes.
Yeah, you told me about this one. Yeah, you
like
said you paused it to...
This girl, there's it's too hard to explain. Just watch it and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's, thinking about it right now. It's gross. But yeah, really cool, ethereal horror.
Nice.
And then I went and saw Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 with a live orchestra.
Fuck yeah.
Just like you remember how I did Jurassic Park last year? My mom got me tickets again for it this year, and me and my sister went, and it was just incredible. Next day, I'm taking a class this semester called French Film, and it's one credit, and the teacher's like, yeah, you just show up on Mondays and we watch a French movie, and you never have to write anything or anything like that. You just show up and we watch a movie and then you go. And so the first one we watched was called Days of Glory, which is really good. Add it to your watch list. Really good war movie.
Tell your teacher to add some Canadian French movies so you can watch Mommy.
Or Red Rooms.
Yeah, true.
Captain America. Oh, we'll talk about that in a second. I watched Challengers.
Was this your first watch of it?
This was my first watch. Really, really good. If Josh O'Connor had tried to kiss me, I probably would have kissed him too.
He's so ugly compared to Mike Feist, dude.
Dude, Josh O'Connor is more rugged looking, and the way he flirts and smirks, I'm just oh man.
That is such an L take. Let's get
That is not an L take.
Let's get into some gay shit. Mike Feist laying on the bed in his freaking tighty whities smokes Josh O'Connor.
That's just not true.
Down below.
All right.
Know.
Comment down below who's hotter, Mike Feist or Josh O'Connor. Neither. Zendaya. Boy, she's real good in this movie. Honestly, her performance is just incredible. She is so good.
Shout out to Caleb in the Discord, Real Talks Discord, who I hate, saying Zendaya is mid.
That's looks wise,
crazy. Yeah,
that's an insane take. Oh, also, congratulations to Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Yeah,
so great. We love to see it. Short Kings forever.
Fuck yeah.
Looking at them standing next to each other is just so funny to me.
If you would like to get a representation about how Mr. Caleb feels about women, this was what he wrote in response to Love Lies Bleeding. Quote, sorry, don't enjoy watching two ugly chicks screwing one another for half the movie.
Yeah, okay, this guy sucks.
This guy, yeah.
Yeah. Caleb, if you're listening to this, fuck you.
Yeah.
You have garbage movie takes. You should be.
Great.
You should be. Oh boy, it's happening again.
Let's get into it. Here's what
no,
he said.
it's
fine with hearing people's thoughts, but if they don't line up with mine, I start to laugh. Little Caleb.
Boy, I mean that's kind of what we're doing right now. But
okay, we can move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going on a rant like I did last week, and then I'm gonna have to cut it out.
Yeah. What did you give Challengers?
I gave it a 4.5.
That's fucking nuts.
I thought it was excellent. I had a blast with it. The score was really good. I watched it with these new headphones, and it was just explosive.
I
know. The final match between the two guys at the very end, all the editing and the shots and the angles, it was just it was delicious.
It's fun time, yeah.
There's nothing deeper to it. It's just fun.
Yeah, I tend to agree more on like George Carmi. He does not like Challengers. He's a massive tennis fan, and he docks the movie so hard for its tennis scenes. I don't care about that, but he dogs on the score so hard, and I don't get that.
That's crazy.
Rocks. The score is great.
Yeah,
I'm not the hugest Challenger fan, but I love the score. Trent Reznor.
Yeah,
dude, make the fucking Tron Ares score like that, and we're good.
Is he?
Yeah, 9 Inch
Oh,
Nails.
fuck.
They're doing Tron Ares. Yeah,
dude, that's sick. Okay,
we lost Daft Punk, but we got 9 Inch Nails, so we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
And then I watched the Avengers. We'll talk about later. Inside Out 2. I obviously didn't like this as much as the first one. I think this one had some really good parts. I think I resonated a lot with this, with my personal experience with anxiety and trying to fit in middle school. I think it had some more subtle ideas that it was presenting. And it was a little bit more subtle than the first one, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Of course, this is what happens when we don't have Jagger. The whole episode is like, yeah, this was good, and you're like, yeah, it was good.
I tend to agree, but I feel like anxiety was like 110%. Just bring it down a little bit, because it resonated really hard. And it was so accurate, and then it just went a little too much for me. And I loved where they went with it, but it was just like a little too much for me. I still really enjoyed it. I mean, Inside Out 1, it's a 5-star. Not much is going to top it. It's one of my favorite animated movies of all time.
Yeah.
But I still really enjoyed
the whole anger. Yeah. He was so good, and the way they wrote him with those really emotional scenes. Yeah. Oh, I loved that.
It's very smartly written, and I appreciate when a kids movie can appeal to multiple audiences.
Exactly, and that's what Disney's good at. That's what Disney has always been good at. But in recent years, it's been less and less often.
Yeah, I can't remember if Soul. I think Soul is Pixar, but Soul is the best adult animated movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, Soul's incredible.
Oh, it's so good.
Pixar just kills it, man.
Yeah.
They really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Most of the time. The Father we'll talk about later. I watched 2 short films for my film class. One was called Strangers Reunion, and this was pretty good. Very emotional. And then one was called Raise Birds that was pretty good. It was about a guy who owns a bunch of birds in Britain. After that, I rewatched The Karate Kid. Nice. Wax on, wax off.
Fuck yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
Here's a real question. Which Karate Kid did you see first as a kid?
This one.
Original?
This one.
Or the Jackie Chan, Jaden Smith
So
one?
Easy. This one. I saw all 4, even the one that's because it's the Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3, and then there's the next Karate Kid, and then there's the Jackie Chan one.
Let me tell you,
I saw all 4 of those before I saw the Jackie Chan one, and the Jackie Chan one is there's no creative juices flowing there. It's a shot for shot, line for line remake of the original.
I remember this so clearly. There's a line in the Jackie Chan one where Jaden Smith is eating at like a street food vendor, and some lady comes up to him and is like, "Don't eat while you're standing up, or you'll have to fart lots." And then I stopped eating standing up.
That's crazy.
Very influential.
But yeah, The Karate Kid, it's a classic sports movie. A fun little piece of trivia about this. So the song that is You're the Best around, like that song that's used towards the end, it was originally written for Rocky 3. Because this John G. Avildsen, this director, made Rocky 1 and 5. But they didn't end up using it for Rocky 3, so they used it without changing any. That's why there's like
that's kind of sick.
Some boxing and Rocky references in the song, like history repeats itself.
Wait, they wrote the song for a movie?
They wrote this song that plays in The Karate Kid for Rocky 3, but ended up using it for The Karate Kid.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if you listen, there's like references to boxing that don't apply to karate. It's really funny.
What about Never Say Never by Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith in the remake? That's a banger.
Dude, honestly, I've blocked the remake out of my head. Because I have so much nostalgia. Wow, you got some wild ass hair today.
Dude, my hair is so long. I need to cut it.
Looks good. Because I have so much nostalgia and love for the original that I've just kind of blocked it out of my head. Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi is an all-time performance. He's so lovable. And the scene where he way overacts and he's like drunk talking about when he was in the war and his wife died during childbirth. It's just like, holy shit. But yeah, 4.5. Really, really good.
You watched Cobra Kai, right?
I did watch Cobra Kai. And let me tell you this. People are like, oh yeah, I was one of the true original fans of Cobra Kai. And they were the ones that picked it up on Netflix. I didn't pick it up on Netflix. I watched it when it was a YouTube TV original. That's when I watched it. I'm a true original fan. Since season 1, baby. I haven't watched any of the recent seasons, but the first 2 seasons rip.
I've seen some of it. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's really it's like trashy TV, like watching like something like Grey's Anatomy. Like it's really awful, but it's really addicting.
Yeah, I saw this one scene. Spoilers for I think it's like season 3 or 4. My mom was watching it, and there's this huge fight that breaks out in the high school.
In the high school, yeah, and
this kid gets
Miguel gets yep.
Paralyzed or dies.
That's the end of season 2, and all the emotional build up to that scene makes it crazy.
Crazy, yeah. I was cooking dinner, and that scene was going on, and I looked over and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I stopped cooking to go watch it.
Yeah,
I want to watch it. Yeah,
it's quite good. It's a lot of fun. William Zabka is really funny.
What's the guy's name that plays the kid? From the originals,
Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. He's actually kind of worse because these are like, and if you watch the original with this idea in your head, the show is like, what if Daniel was actually the bad guy? Because you watch the original and it's like totally written to where he's the good guy and Johnny's the bad guy, but Daniel shows up and sure, he's not like Johnny and what's her face aren't in a relationship, but he shows up and he's like messing with Johnny over and over again, and you know, he's just kind of a prick, and he takes his girlfriend and then he kicks his ass in his karate tournament. You know, he's kind of a douchebag, just a little bit. But that's what this show kind of focuses on. But yeah, that was great to revisit. After that, I watched a film called Playing by Heart from 1998. You got Ellen Burstyn, Sean Connery, Anthony Edwards, Angelina Jolie, Jay Moore, Ryan Phillippe, Dennis Quaid, Jon Stewart, Patricia Clarkson is in it. Ben from Lost is in it. Michael
shit,
Emerson. Yeah. It's like one of those like kind of like Love Actually, where it's a bunch of different stories that all kind of connect.
I hope you know we're having a Lost segment
Today,
Yeah.
you're past what I've seen, so
What?
yeah, I've never finished it. I've watched like the first 2 seasons,
No.
so you
Right.
can't talk to me about it anymore.
Dude, what the fuck? You need to watch it.
I know. After that, we'll talk about Green Book later. I watched a film called 10 Years, which is really good. It's like a bunch of high schoolers come back together at a 10-year reunion, and it's really good. Channing Tatum, Justin Long, Max Minghella, Oscar Isaac. Chris Pratt is the biggest douchebag in this, and he's so funny.
Nice.
Aubrey Plaza is in this. Rosario Dawson, Ron Livingston, Anthony Mackie, Kate Mara.
What is this called?
10 Years.
I'm gonna put it on the watch list. Also, our heart goes out to Aubrey Plaza. Terrible.
Holy shit, dude. That's God. Fucking awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks. And also,
Just so shitty.
if we have any listeners from California, LA,
You know.
hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, we hope you're not dying. That would be not
Yeah.
ideal.
I've dealt with the forest fires a lot.
Yeah.
And it fucking sucks.
Yeah, we've had a few up here as well. So, just stay safe. Yeah,
Yeah.
stay safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 years. Really good. Did you just
gonna
add it
watch
to your
that.
watch list?
I did.
Watch
Yeah.
list?
Yeah, I did.
God, I love that.
That sounds sick.
And then I was sick, so I rewatched Fellowship of the Ring. It's still one of the greatest movies ever made. The world building and the characters in it are just so great.
Best of the trilogy.
So true. Oh my god.
my fucking
This
god.
is why we're best friends, dude. Iron Man 3 I will talk about on Friday, and then rewatched Lord of the Rings The Two Towers, the worst in the trilogy. I mean, it's still a 5-star, but it's at the bottom.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that it was a 4.5 on memory, and then I rewatched it when I was building Lego with Beth when she was building Rivendell, and I was building the Gringotts Castle.
Yeah,
And the
which one?
tree
Two
segment-
Towers?
Two Towers, yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole scene, I think it's with
Merry and Pippin and the Ents.
Merry and Pippi in the ends. It
Yeah.
pushed it to a 5. That shit is so
Dude,
goated.
the Ents
What a
are
good time.
goated, dude.
Yeah, what a great time.
Where he talks
to
about
rewatch.
losing the Ent wives, and Pippin's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. How did they die?" And he goes, "No, we literally lost them. Have you
it's
seen
super
them in the Shire?" You're like, "Oh, Treebeard, you goofball."
Such a good time.
Yeah.
And the fucking battles are crazy.
The battle at Helm's Deep.
Yeah, Helm's Deep's nuts.
Oh my god. When Gandalf the White shows up with a Rohirrim at the top of the hill with like the sun coming down,
Yeah, it's
and
fucking insane.
Eowyn is like, Rohirrim! And then
I'm so glad
oh
we
my
have the
god,
same-
dude.
I'm so glad we have the same Lord of the Rings ranking, because
It's
a lot of
yeah.
people don't.
Yeah, Fellowship is the best one, easily.
It's so fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you have more? What's
No, that was it. Two Towers was
That's
last.
it. Okay. I've got not a crazy stacked watch list. One of these is one that me and Trey heavily disagree on, so I'll get to it in a second. In the Real Talk Discord, Alan and Ryan, shout out to them, have set up a challenge for the year of 2025, and every week is a different category based on a genre or a member. So my week is watch a movie about food, and Ben's week, because he's always sleeping, is watch a movie about dinosaurs because he's always late. Stuff, shit like that.
Yeah.
And week one, what was week one? I can't remember. Week one was watch a movie in the Real Talk collection, I believe. And Apocalypse Now is in the Real Talk collection. So I watched it. I had seen parts of it, but I never finished it. So I finally watched it, and yeah, it's a special movie. It has some of the like most insane visuals from a war movie I've ever seen. The lighting is crazy, the colors, it's fucking amazing. Um, the performances are incredible. Martin Sheen he's so good, and then like Marlon Brando, just crazy. Yeah, I really liked it. 4.5. It's not quite a 5. I tend to like war movies that really push like the humanity in
For
war.
sure.
Stuff like The Thin Red Line and Platoon. You know me, I fucking love Platoon, dude.
Platoon is peak, man.
Yeah, that movie blew me away. But I loved Apocalypse Now, and I really want to watch the Redux cut, the director's cut, because it's like 45 minutes long. But I know a lot of people say don't watch it as your first cut of the movie because it definitely drags a bit compared to the original cut. So I'll watch that soon. I own it. So yeah, I'll get to that. After that, if you've seen The Raid or Raid 2, you have to watch this movie. This is called Twilight of the Warriors Walled In. This is that, but set in the entire city, or like it's set in Hong Kong, and the entire city's walled off, and it's just fucking chaos. It's a great time. Really, really good time. It's on Prime. Yeah, fucking sick movie. 4 stars. After that, here we go. I watched The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh my god, that movie is such ass.
And I really liked it.
Just so
really liked
terrible.
You need to write a more scathing review of this movie because your review
No, I
says
don't.
this
It's not worth my time.
I had a good time. I think it's really well paced for how long it is because it's pushing 3 hours. I think the first 2 acts are really strong, and the third act is kind of mid.
Don't they kill a girl with Down syndrome in it in a really goofy way?
Not that I remember.
Oh, what movie?
I watched this like 2 weeks ago, though, so maybe. Rachel Zegler's amazing. Her scenes where she's singing, bangers. Peter Dinklage, great. Jason Schwartzman, he's fucking awesome in this. Really, really good. Hunter Schafer, I love you. Yeah. Tom Blythe as Snow is easily the worst part of this movie. I think he's like just kind of annoying, and I know that's the point, but it's like annoying to the point where I'm not enjoying the movie. Donald Sutherland sells it way better in the original trilogy or quadrilogy, whatever. I gave it a 3.5 with a heart. I had a good time. I really gave it extra points for how good the pacing was. I think the choice to end the Hunger Games like with an hour left in the movie was bold, and the movie suffered from it because it doesn't like drag, but it becomes a lot less interesting, especially because it focuses on the romance, and then Snow has a fucking freak out and just tweaks out, and yeah, that's my least favorite part of the movie is the last act. But I had a good time. I'm glad I watched it. After that, Green Book, we'll talk about it. Week 2 for the Real Talk Challenge, like I mentioned, it was Ben's week. Shut up, Ben. Trey's best friend, besides me.
What? What Ben?
Your original watch
Only
party
Ben?
partner. Yeah.
Oh, dude, we haven't talked. I mean, I love Ben, but we haven't talked in so long. You're my best friend.
Yeah. You're my best friend. Fuck you. I love you, bud.
Love you too.
So it was watching a movie about dinosaurs. So I went on to Tubi and I put in dinosaur, and I found a 2024 release called Dinosaur Hotel 3, and I watched that shit.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, this movie definitely a continued storyline because the movie picks off right at where the last one left off. I would describe this movie as Squid Games meets Would You Rather meets dinosaurs. Pretty fucking ridiculous.
Like, Would You Rather, the horror movie?
Yeah, because there's.
I didn't know you'd seen that. That
yeah.
movie is crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it later. Some of that
Okay.
with that. Yeah. It was pretty goofy. I gave it a 1 star. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. There's some pretty funny moments. Um, and I wanted to add to the 2024 list, so stat padded. I'll watch Dinosaur Hotel 1 and 2 at some point. After that, Captain America and The Father and the Avengers. Talk about those. After that, I watched a movie that the trailer for this really intrigued me. It was a great trailer. It's called 2073. Um, it's 2024 release, and it's from the director of the Amy Winehouse documentary and the Senna documentary, the race car driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
That
one is
that that Amy Winehouse doc is so good.
yeah. This was interesting. So it's half, or I should say, it's like a quarter post-apocalyptic dystopian thriller and 3/4 documentary. But the documentary aspect of it is like if you scrolled Twitter for 2 hours and just saw how fucked we are with like Trump and Musk and
Yeah.
uh there's a lot on the Filipino Duterte. I don't know, Prime Minister Duterte, China, but it's seriously fucking like doom scrolling the internet because it's just you're doomed. These people are gonna fucking kill you, and the planet's doomed. And
Mm.
like it didn't give me a lot. The production design is really good, and I really like because the dystopian post-apocalyptic aspect is like this lady who has survived the fallout of just the end of the world,
Mhm.
scrounging for scraps, and she's giving this voiceover about, you can prevent it, but we couldn't type thing. So it's like, I don't know. I gave it a 2.5. I thought it was okay. It's really pretty, and it made me quite depressed. um,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would recommend it unless you're like trying to feel like that and get into that doom scroll type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird one. I There's a lot of like 1 star half reviews for this. I liked it a bit more than that, but yeah, not great. After that, shout out to Cash. I watched Snack Shack. A coming of age movie that Remy did not recommend to me. Crazy, I know. Um, this movie fucking bangs. Gabriel LaBelle is so good. Um, and Connor Sherry. These are the two leads. This movie is about two kids. They're trying to get rich. They're trying to make some money. They sell beer that they make in their parents' garage or shed.
Mhm.
And they decide, they're gambling on fucking horses at the racetrack on field trips and shit like that. They're just trying to make some money. So they decide to rent out the snack shack at the local pool for the summer to make some money. And then, you can kind of guess what happens. There's romance, there's drama. It didn't do a lot new, but the character work is so good. The vibes are fucking elite. Um, you might be a bit young for this, but like the romantic interest in the movie is wearing a Dare t-shirt for like half the movie, which is fucking sick.
Aren't you a
Uh,
bit young for that?
no, I went through Dare. I took Dare.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know what I mean? um, it's really, really good. I give it a 4 with a heart. It's probably closer to a 4.5. I want to rewatch it. It's really, really good, really funny. Gabriel LaBelle is hilarious. The soundtracks bangs. The performances are amazing. Color palette. Some really touching moments in the third act. It didn't grab me like pulling the heartstrings like some of the other coming of age movies from the last couple of years, so I didn't rate it higher, but I really enjoyed it. After that, on my family vacation, I watched Blades of Glory.
Hell yeah.
Actually, no, shit, no. Jumping the gun. I watched Blades of Glory by myself after Snack Shack. I love this
Oh
movie.
yeah.
I've seen it like 15 times. This is my childhood favorite thing. I had this movie on DVD, and there was a Will Ferrell like B-roll thing before the movie started, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where I watched Anchorman. I was like, oh, I want to watch Anchorman. I want to watch Old School. I watched Night at the Roxbury because of that, all that shit.
Yeah.
Blades of Glory is fucking hilarious. It's so good, banger. Four stars with the heart. In the Real Talk film raffle, I got Jeepers Creepers.
Hell yeah. Jeepers
I
Creepers is dope.
Yeah, I'll say this now. Victor Salva, rotten prison, fucking die. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't
The
understand.
director.
Oh, what'd he do?
Stuff to kids, and then he went to jail and got
Ah,
out way too
shit.
soon. Yeah, he got out way too soon. Fuck you, dude. Rotten prison. Really bad guy. Really, really bad. But good time. Fun movie. Pretty creepy. The ending is really unsettling. Justin Long is just like, yeah.
Dude,
He's what you'd expect, but it
if
like
Justin
works so well.
if Justin Long was a woman, he'd be my number one scream queen.
Yeah, that's based. We got to talk
Because
about
you
Drag Me to
got
Hell.
Oh, Drag Me to Hell is ass.
What?
Drag Me to Hell is so bad.
Are you serious? You don't like
Yeah.
Drag Me to Hell?
No, I think that movie's really boring.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Well, I'm gonna be talking about it soon because Sam Raimi week is coming up for the Real Talk challenge. Yeah, I had a good time with Jeepers Creepers. I probably won't watch the sequels because I'm still scarred from Children of the Corn, but yeah, 3.5, good time. I watched like 35 minutes of The Kid, and then I fell asleep because I was watching it in bed. We'll talk about it on Friday, but so far so good. I will finish it. My first silent film I actually finished. And then, as part of my family vacation, I watched Yes Man with Jim Carrey and Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah.
And this was another childhood classic. I fucking love this movie. It's so funny, and just a lot of the jokes are smart. It hits. It's a really, really good time. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's directed by Peyton Reed, which is crazy because he used to cook. Ant-Man 1, banger. Ant-Man 2, I actually like it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, I haven't seen it. I'm sure I'll dog on it when we get to it. I haven't seen Bring It On. I kind of want to watch that, though. The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, that's a good time. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Make some good movies again. Yes Man's sick. Yesterday, didn't watch any movies, just watched Lost. And then today, when I got home from work, Queer finally hit VOD, so I watched it, and I loved it. It's a much different film from Challengers. It's very introspective, and it's like, I don't know if reserved is the right word, because Daniel Craig's performance is so electric, but it's a very quiet film. The first like 40 minutes kind of feels like a Linklater hangout movie. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then the second act's my least favorite. It's split into chapters. So the second chapter is my least favorite, but the third chapter is fucking nuts. The visuals are crazy. It turns into this hypnotic, trippy, crazy shit. Like, I really wanted you to watch it because there's a sequence in the third act that is like top 5 sequences of the year. It's fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
Really good. Daniel Craig is my pick for best actor. Like, if I could give the Oscar, he's incredible. Also, I texted might be TMI, but I texted Beth while I was watching this movie because Daniel Craig gets a hand job in one scene, and I texted her and I said, Daniel Craig just busted a nut in 30 seconds. I feel seen. She ate that. She laughed very hard at that one. But yeah, Daniel Craig is for the boys. This movie is for the men.
Dude, that is so funny.
Yeah, this movie fucking rocks.
Wasn't
it's really
the
good.
guy who it's about, wasn't he like a pretty terrible dude?
He was, yeah. He kind of killed his wife, and he was fake gay.
Fake gay? What do you mean?
He was with a lot of women, and like the way the book is written. Again, I should probably not say any of this because I haven't finished the book and I haven't read a lot about him.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, it was like, yeah, he wasn't great, but he did some bad stuff to his wife. From what I've heard, I'm maybe a third of the way through the book, and it lines up with the movie. It's very much Lee, like the main guy, William Lee. He's just roaming the streets, looking for hookups, kind of trying to find connection. He's a heroin addict.
Good for him.
Yeah. No, it was really good. I loved it. The visuals are fucking nuts. Yeah, good for him, dude. I don't.
Is that your? Is that the rest of your watch list?
Yeah, there's one more thing I'll talk about quick. I haven't finished it yet, but I want to briefly talk about it because I don't know if I'm going to finish it. Let me pull up his name because I don't want to mispronounce it. Sayambu Mukdeep Pram. This is the cinematographer. He did Trap and Challengers and Call Me By Your Name and Suspiria and Queer. And
man, Trap is really like different. Like he's like, yeah, I work with Luda Guadagnino, and then this one M. Night Shyamalan movie.
No, Trey. Trap has the visual juice. It's crazy. He also did Uncle Boomy, Who Can Recall His Past Lives. I don't think you've seen it, but me and Jagger really like it. This fucking guy is crazy behind the camera. This movie looks incredible. It's like the best looking movie of the year. Maybe behind I Saw the TV Glow. It's fucking amazing. So yeah, Queer, loved it. I haven't placed it in my 2024 list yet. I gave it a 4.5. I want to rewatch it. But I really, really loved it. And then week 4, 3 or 4, I don't know. Week 3, yeah. Week 3 for the Real Talk Challenge was a musical. It's Different Ben's week. And, or no, Josh week. Josh K. Shout out Josh K. So this guy, his name is Josh Oppenheimer. He directed this movie called The End. And it's a musical, political comedy drama about this wealthy family who has escaped a climate change apocalypse and lives underground in this bunker. Mm-hmm. And it stars Tilda Swinton, our goat, Michael Shannon. And I watched an hour of it today. Yeah. And I like it, but I also kind of hate it. It's really weird. Yeah, it's an odd one. Like the set pieces are amazing, and the set design's great. The songs really hit. There's something about it that just rubs me wrong, though. I'm excited to watch. It's a long movie. It's like 2.5 hours, so I'm excited to watch the last hour and a half tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a weird one. My Letterboxd mutuals are. Let me read the scores really quick because it's crazy. People love or hate this movie. There's a 4.5, a 1.5, another 1.5, a 2, a 1, 3.5, 5, 4.5, 5, 3. So people are all over the place with this movie. Yeah, it's very well made. The set designs are, again, they're fucking insane. And Yeah, I'll talk about it on Friday. But I'm kind of in the middle right now. I kind of like it and hate it at the same time. So that was my last one.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, we are now gonna get into our IMDb movies for this week or last week, I guess. Oh, excuse me. Good lord. Start with Green Book. Evan, why don't you take it? Take this one.
There's
because
not a lot to say.
you love this movie a lot more than I do.
I like this movie a lot. Yeah, it's a problematic one. There's no denying it. But it makes me smile, and it's wholesome, and the performances are good. Makes me laugh. I like I think they got the vibes right. The setting. Tell me I'm a bad person.
I think it's just I really can't stand Tony's character.
What did I give this?
I think you have this at like a 4.5.
I think so.
Yeah. I have it at a 2. And it's really just because I love Viggo. You know that. Aragorn is my boy. Yeah. I love Captain Fantastic. But I can't, he's just so terrible in this. And it's trying so hard to be progressive, but it fails so poorly at it. Like, it feels like White Guilt the movie, Yeah. But that's just like one man's opinion. Mahershala Ali is great. He's excellent in this. And Linda Cardellini is great as usual.
As always, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just not... It also feels like your very basic biopic formula,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that this won Best Picture. I'll say that.
That's true.
Crazy.
What year did this come out?
2018. Let's see. 2019 Oscars. Winners and nominees.
Here's what was nominated: Black Panther, Black Klansman, which is... Have you seen Black Klansman?
Yeah, I love Black Klansman.
Oh god, that movie's so good. Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite,
Banger.
Roma, A Star Is Born, and Vice. I mean, I know what I would have up there, but I haven't seen The Favorite, and I haven't seen Roma, and I haven't seen Star Is Born.
Here's how I'd rank them, if I had to rank them.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, A Star Is Born. I fucking love that movie.
You think that should have won?
Yeah. Bradley Cooper got robbed so hard. That movie is so
Dude, everybody got robbed hard
Yeah.
in the Best Actor category.
A Star Is Born is like... Yeah, I adore that movie. Number 2, The Favorite. I fucking love that movie. I'm a Yorgos. Big Yorgos guy.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably go Black Klansman. I saw Roma, but I saw...
Have you ever seen Vice?
Yeah, I love Vice.
Oh, dude. I'm a huge Adam McKay guy. I don't know if I've talked about it. We should do when we're done with the Marvel retrospect, we should do an Adam McKay deep dive.
That'd be a good time.
Because I'm just like, the way he writes like that and The Big Short and Don't Look Up are just incredible.
Big Short should have won Best Picture. I don't know.
Oh my god, dude. That movie is so good.
That's 100.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits!
It's perfect. Vice. Or I'd probably go Black Klansman, Vice. Black Panther. I don't love Black Panther.
Yeah, I think for what it meant for like the African American community.
Yeah.
And seeing, I mean, it wasn't even the first like black superhero to be put to screen.
I just think I don't know. The visuals are horrific in the third act.
Oh my god, they're so bad. The whole battle between Black Panther and Killmonger it's just terrible.
Yeah. But like, I would probably have Green Book over Bohemian Rhapsody, and that's about it.
For sure.
It's
Except
like,
for being able to listen to all the Queen music.
yeah. I took my dad to see Bohemian Rhapsody, and he cried like a baby.
Dude, I took my dad to see
yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody. This is why we're best friends, man.
Yep.
We're the same person, essentially. Yep. No, and I remember walking out and being like, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But this was before I like...
Before
film,
they show you...
Before I was knowledgeable in the art of film.
And then you see that clip on Twitter of all the jump cuts in the outside scene, and it's like, who made this fucking movie? Oh, it's terrible. It's so bad.
Bryan Singer, you're an awful person. You make pretty good X-Men movies, but never just make a movie again, you know?
Wait, did Bryan Singer make Bohemian Rhapsody?
Bryan Singer directed Bohemian Rhapsody.
No shit. Okay. Yes. Well, he should probably just not make movies at all, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Green Book, you know, it's your basic biopic.
3.5, but I had a good time. Like, it's a very by the books movie. Like, I like it.
Nothing too unpredictable here.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters with my mom, and she was like, "This is my favorite movie ever." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
But no, it's an easy watch. It's a very easy watch. The whole ending scene is just, it's great. The last like 15-20 minutes when he's playing in the restaurant, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Puts a smile on my face.
Yeah.
It's worth watching, right?
For sure. Now, the masterpiece. Was this a first time watch for you too?
This was a first time watching it.
So the next movie is The Father, with Anthony Hopkins, which I believe won some awards when it came out.
Won Best Actor.
Yeah. This was a first watch for both of us. This is at least in the Real Talk community, this is a very talked about movie. I think because Seth loves it so much.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what started it. This was a first time watch for both of us, and it did not disappoint. This is an incredible, incredible film. And I got to be honest with you, Evan, going into this, I was expecting like your basic like biopic or like movie about death formula, you know? And that is not this.
Yeah.
It's just, first of all, Anthony Hopkins totally deserving of the Best Actor. He is unbelievable in this movie.
Dude, I'm getting chills thinking about this fucking movie.
Yeah. I think the most incredible thing about this for me is the different strategies they use with the technical aspects to make you feel just as confused as Anthony.
Yeah.
You know, since it's from his perspective, like using different actors to play the same character. Using really jarring editing techniques, jumping in time, so like it's 8:30 a.m. and then it's suddenly 8:30 p.m. Repeating scenes, like the dinner one, where he walks out of the hall and then comes back in and it started again.
Yeah, like you don't realize what these scenes are like going into or looping into, or if the time's changed until it's happened, and it's like as jarring to you as it is to him as a character.
Yeah.
And it's like the most effective shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The whole dinner scene looping back into the beginning of the scene itself is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a movie. My jaw dropped and I just felt disgusting too. This movie gets under your skin in a way I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
It's so unbelievable. Like, the topic itself is always horrible. It's a horrible disease. I hope they cure it. It's terrifying. And before this, I was like, okay, Still Alice is the best movie about people with Alzheimer's. That movie's amazing.
Holy fuck. That movie makes me want to kill myself.
Yeah. Same.
That is such a sad movie.
Yeah, that movie is such a fucking downer. And But that movie is very much what you expect, right? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't...
And that's what I was expecting going into this.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of formula.
Yeah, so when I'm sitting on my couch, getting shocked scene by scene, and, like, you start second-guessing yourself, and until it really... Oh, dude, it's just so effective. It's so freaking effective. And it's a really short runtime. This movie's like 90 minutes long with credits.
Yeah.
And so going into it, I was like, damn, are they going to be able to like hook me that quick? And then they do this shit to make you feel it instead of like watching somebody feel it. And it's like so much more effective. Oh, yeah. I fucking love this movie. And the ending, horrible. Made me feel
my
like
god,
shit.
dude. It made me cry so hard.
Yeah.
Where he starts... he doesn't even say, like, I want my mom. He says, I want my mommy. And that was, like... I'm just like, oh, fuck this, man. This is too difficult.
Yeah. And Olivia Colman, she is so amazing.
She is really, really good.
Watching someone try to deal with it all and the guilt of trying to just, like, get away from it because it's easier and trying to live your own life. But, yeah, it's extremely well acted through and through. Like,
very much so. Rupert Sewell, I think that's his name.
Is this Paul or whatever?
Yeah, right? Dude. Yeah, fuck
that
guy. Oh my god. The scene, I still don't know if it was like real or not, but the scene where he hits Anthony like multiple times, I was like, oh my god, I want to jump through the screen and beat the living shit out of you.
Yeah, for real. It's like, it's shocking. It gets under your skin so much, and it just like...
Yeah.
It makes you sad, but it also makes you feel gross and just disturbed. Mm-hmm. It's very disturbing. Like,
yeah.
If you want a more by the books movie, we watch Still Alice, and it'll still make you feel like shit. And the ending of that movie, maybe it's
unbelievably sad.
Might be sadder than this one. It's horrible. It makes me feel horrific. We should talk about that one sometime.
We should. It's very good. Julianne Moore, man.
I've seen it. I watched it like last year, I think. Oh.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, 2 years ago. Yeah, fuck that.
Wait, last year was 2024.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Dude.
Yeah, I know.
Time flies.
It's crazy, too, that this was the first movie that this guy made. Florian Zeller.
Yeah.
Directorial debut. Fucks the Oscars up. It also, I need to say a little something. Nomadland swept the Oscars this year, and it shouldn't have. That movie is mid as shit.
Yeah.
It's so mid. 2.5 max. Fuck that.
Is this, would you say, the best directorial debut?
I'd have to go look.
Because I still have Dan Gilroy as my number one.
For?
Nightcrawler.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, 12 Angry Men was a directorial debut. You have, like...
Oh, shit.
Yeah. After Sun, Charlotte Wells. That's probably...
Oh, that's up there, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love Nightcrawler so much.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's sick.
Except when Bill Paxton dies. That always makes me... Because we love Bill Paxton.
Question. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll have a look. Damn. Satoshi Kon, Perfect Blue. Fucking dude. Perfect Blue is so good. Have you seen Perfect Blue?
Is that the anime one?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, we should double feature Perfect Blue, Black Swan. Because,
I've seen Black Swan.
What
was Aronofsky's first movie?
Oh, it's called Pi. It's sick.
Oh, that was his first?
Yeah, Pi rocks. That movie bangs. Way better than I expect. I gave it like a 4.5. I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like the following, like the Christopher Nolan one. It'll be fine. Shit rules. Oh, okay, no, my pick is Synecdoche, New York. Charlie Kaufman directorial debut.
Oh yeah, because that's one of your.
That's like my favorite movie. It changes a lot, but it's there, top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aronofsky pretty much said that he like Black Swan is why, or Perfect Blue is why Black Swan exists.
Oh shit! District 9. Have you seen
Dude,
District 9?
I fucking love District 9.
That's Neil Blomkamp's directorial debut. That's
that movie rocks.
crazy.
It's so good.
I'm looking at like the IMDb's top 100 directorial debuts. Eraserhead is number 3.
Yeah.
And
Also,
we'll talk about that more tomorrow because
we'll say it now. We'll say
yeah, we are recording this after David Lynch has died.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, dude,
One of
that
the
shit.
greatest of all
And
time.
like, I might not like his movies, but I have so much respect for him because he just goes out there and he does what he wants.
Yeah, one of the most influential directors ever. Just and like on pieces of media too, like video games. Dude, this guy influenced so many famous games. Yeah, rest in peace, dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should do a David Lynch thing, but we already did that.
Holy shit. Oh, American Beauty. That's a directorial debut.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in forever.
Oh my god, that movie is... Fuck Kevin Spacey, but that movie is so good.
Yeah. Jordan Peele, Get Out. Damn.
Oh my god, yeah.
In Bruges, Marco McDonagh, Hereditary, Lady Bird, Thief.
Hereditary?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Good lord. What a debut.
We might have to do an episode.
Do an episode on directorial debuts. Yeah.
I'd like that.
Marvel movies for this week. So
we both have The Father of 5, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Jagger hasn't watched it yet, so.
Yeah, because he's a bitch. No, Jagger's not a bitch. We love Jagger. Marvel movies this week. To catch everyone up, we've done 4 Marvel movies so far. We've done the first 2 Iron Man movies, Thor and The Incredible Hulk. We've been introduced to the entire Avengers team except one man. And that is the first movie today. Released in 2010. Directed by none other than Joe Johnston, the director of Jurassic Park 3, with, what's his face? My wife has an ass in her cock. Oh god, who is that? William H. Macy. Sorry, that's his really famous line from Boogie Nights. My wife is in the driveway with an ass in her cock.
God. Shout out to William H. Macy.
Yeah. Joe Johnston directing the crap out of Captain America, the First Avenger. Characters we get introduced to. Captain America. Agent Peggy Carter, who would go on to get her own TV show that went for about 2 seasons but then got canceled because the world is sexist and hates women superheroes. No, that's not true. They love women's superheroes when they're well written. Who else? We get introduced to Howard Stark.
Yep.
Dude, I have to keep it under wraps, man. I'll find someday to go on a rant, and on a good one where it's valuable. But I got to choose my battles. Howard Stark we get introduced to in this film. The Red Skull, played by Hugo Weaving, who we will see again. Not played by Hugo Weaving, but we will see the Red Skull again. And Arnim Zola, portrayed by Toby Jones, who, yes, we will see again, and Bucky Barnes, who will become a staple of the MCU, played by Sebastian Stan. I think it's in a couple weeks. I'm so excited. I'm going to break out my Blu-ray of The Winter Soldier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have The Winter Soldier, Iron Man 2, Thor, I guess The Amazing Spider-Man is technically MCU now.
Do we like those movies?
The Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies?
Yeah.
Of course we do. They're incredible.
I've only seen the first one.
Oh, it's so good. You need to watch the second one. It's dope.
I watched it in theaters, the first one, and it gave me motion sickness because I watched it in 3D. And I don't know, the web swinging.
Yeah, well, don't do that. Do the second. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is incredible. Hans Zimmer, your boy, did the score, and it's sick as fuck. You got Jamie Foxx. Dude, I always want to say Jamie Lee Fox. It's like Jamie Lee Curtis and Jamie Foxx. You got Jamie Foxx as Electro, and he's dope. Yeah, number 2 is really good. But Captain America, our thoughts, Evan.
Why is this movie so slept on? Why? I don't get it.
This was the first Marvel movie I saw in the theater.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
You didn't see Iron Man in theaters? That's crazy.
No, because that came out in what, 2008? Did that come out in 2007 or 08? Yeah, I was like 5. Shut up, Evan.
I'm looking through my dude.
What?
I'm looking through my mutuals for this movie, and there are multiple 1-star reviews.
Yeah, that's insane.
Also, Ian, I know you're listening. 2.5, too low. Raise it. That's crazy. I like see that. It's just 3 stars across the board, and this movie is better than a 3-star. It is better than average. It is better than like mid, because 3 stars mid now. Like it's better than that. It's super entertaining, really well paced. It like flows well from little scrawny Steve.
Awful CGI Steve Rogers. Yeah. Dude, his head is way too big for his body.
He looks like a bobblehead.
Dude, the shirt, any scene where he's shirtless, you're just like, there's something off there.
I don't understand it. It's
a really solid, like, period piece war movie.
Yeah, it fits the times. The whole like Cap doing road shows with all the honeys is super fun. But then the action just fucking bangs. The scene of him busting that door open with the shield, just dropping people. Oh, cinema.
Yeah,
that shit.
And let's give a little shout out to none other than Alan Silvestri, cooking up one of the hardest theme songs in the MCU.
Yeah.
His theme song makes me want to join the army.
We also have the Tooch.
The Tooch, which is like a half-star tax credit.
Yeah. I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet, and it was a thing from Conclave, I think. But it was a picture of Stanley Tucci looking sad. And it was like, because he loses the whatever in Conclave. Mm-hmm. And it was like, this was God's punishment for him not being gay, but looking gay all the time. That shit killed me. I thought that was so funny.
That's really good.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this cast is crazy. Neil McDonough, Sam Jackson, Tooch, Dominic Cooper, also Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones kills it in this, might I add.
He's awesome.
He is so good. And Haley Atwell is great.
Yeah, I want to watch Carter.
Yeah, this is just an incredible. It's really, really good. I think this. So I've been doing the rankings so far.
Oh yeah, I need to. Do that.
And so out of the first 6, this ranks at number 2.
I also have this at number 2 on my. Oh no, I do have the list. Yeah, my list so far: Iron Man, Captain America, Avengers, Thor, Iron Man 2, Hulk.
Okay. So from the top, mine is Avengers, Captain America, the Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, and Iron Man 2.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hulk over Iron Man, kind of crazy.
I don't know, man. I just like Hulk.
I'm curious to see what the lowest the scores are going to get. Because right now, I have 2.5 for Iron Man 2.
My low, I have Iron Man 2 at a 3-star.
But we have some stinky stuff coming up next week.
Yeah, no, I do have an upcoming. One of our upcoming movies next week is at a 2.5.
That's what you have Dark World at?
Yeah. Spoilies.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm curious.
The Avengers. Okay.
Oh.
Before, Evan, you bring down the party.
No. Yeah.
I want to explain the importance of this movie and how this movie changed cinema forever. Okay? Never before have we had a team-up movie like this. You may say, Trey, what about X-Men? X-Men was not preceded by multiple movies of origin stories. X-Men was just like, here's all the characters, booyah. There has never been a universe that this was preceded by 5 movies over 4 or 5 years. And then they brought all of these characters together that people have fallen in love with in one movie. No one has ever done that. This movie was just, I remember when this came out and seeing it 4 times in the theater. It was incredible. And this movie, would change, what it means to be a blockbuster forever. Whether that in a good or a bad way, that's up for debate.
Yeah.
But, you can't deny that this movie did not leave an impact on Hollywood as a whole and how movies are made and received. Because no one had ever done this before. You have 6 separate characters with their own complexities and storylines all coming together. And then they're going to go back off and do their own things again, and then they're all going to come together. It's just insane. It's just insane that they were able to pull this off. The Avengers. We don't really get any new characters here except Maria Hill, who will make appearances for the rest of the MCU. What's he called? The faceless one? The guy with the bunch of fingers.
Oh, yeah.
God, I can't remember his name. I feel like a bad host right now. And we actually get introduced into the Marvel Infinity Saga, which is everything Endgame and pre-Endgame. We get introduced to our big villain, Thanos.
Yeah.
Although Thanos is not played by yes. I don't know who plays Thanos,
probably no one, because he's in it for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I remember so clearly watching this movie for the first time. This was 2012, right? I was 12 or 13. It blew me away. I had so much fun. And I had no fucking idea who Thanos was. I wasn't a Marvel... I wasn't a comic reader as a kid.
You're still not.
I'm still not, no. I'm going to change it with Superman, though. And I remember staying. People were like, no, you stay for the post-credit scene. And I literally almost pissed my pants. But then I saw the Thanos thing, and everyone started creaming their jeans, and I was like, okay, that was worth it. And it was just all right, we got something now. We got something.
Yeah.
And from then, it was just okay, every Marvel movie, we're seated day one, no matter what. And I was.
Exactly.
Up until, in Shang-Chi, maybe. Yeah. This movie hooked me in so hard that I went and saw every single movie, no matter what. For a fucking decade. Almost.
This is, in my opinion, this is the perfect superhero movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
like, I don't think it's the best superhero movie, but I think it is. When you think of like the tropes and the formula of a superhero movie,
Yeah.
I think this is your go-to.
Yeah, I like that.
I love the whole sequence in Germany, like where the old guy is like stands up to him and he's like, and then Cap comes in, and Loki's like, and I said kneel. Not today. And I'm like, oh shit! He like roundhouse kicks him in the face.
Yeah.
And then Tony's entrance where he takes over the PA system and plays Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC.
Yeah, banger.
One of the best character entrances of all time. I can tell you for a fact, every time I watch the Avengers, I watch that multiple times.
Hell yeah.
I
was shocked about how much I forgot that happens in this movie. I've not seen it in a long time. I forgot that Hawkeye is under Loki's control for like half the fucking movie. Totally forgot about that. But no, it's just like, yeah, it's many bangs. I love Bruce Banner in this too.
We get a recast. Because Edward Norton is a prick. We get Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. Which, you know, I like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. And I love the Hulk in this movie. We get some banger lines from Tony Stark in this movie. Shakespeare in the Park? Doth mother know you weareth her drapes? That's a classic.
It's a really funny movie. I watched it 2 weeks ago, so I forgot a lot of the jokes.
This man is playing Galaga. He thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Dude, I can quote this movie all day. This is like MCU. I hide it pretty well because it's not as cool anymore now that I'm like 21. But dude, this is my bread and butter, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy.
The CGI did not age as good as I thought.
Yeah.
But I also think that since this movie is on a scale that's a bit bigger than the other ones, I can forgive it a bit, you know? Like, I don't know what the budget was for it. Probably a lot, because it's expensive to pay all those actors. But, like, it looks fine. It doesn't look good, but it doesn't look bad. The whole battle in New York is... It's like the scenes, like the whole scene with Iron Man fucking up the big, you know, dragon robot thing. I don't know what they're called.
The budget was $220 million.
Like that scene looks great. It's the whole iconic shot when they do this, like the rotating thing, and they all do their little thing.
Oh wait, no, that's Captain America. Nope, wrong theme. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Fake fan.
Security breach. The best part is when Gwyneth Paltrow goes, "Oh, Phil." Phil. His first name is Agent.
I love that. Yeah, that's great. I'm not answering calls right now, so you can give it to her, and she'll give it to me.
You have reached the life model decoy of Tony Stark.
I love Tony Stark, bro. Say what you will.
Consulting hours are from 8 to 5 every other Thursday.
Yeah. I gave it a 3.5. It's like...
That's crazy.
It's just kind of where I felt. I had more fun watching Captain America. I don't think it's bad. I might rewatch it again once we get into the stinkers and see if it's like, man, we had it so good type thing. I'll probably watch it again before Age of Ultron.
Hell yeah.
Because that one I'm really excited to rewatch.
Yeah, because it's damn good.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's mostly carried by James Spader's insane voice acting performance.
Dude, I love that guy so much. Robert California, one of the greatest.
I'm the fucking Lizard King.
Why is Jim being mean to the magician? Oh, it's so fucking good.
God, dude, when Multiverse of Madness came out, and there were so many people editing that Office clip into Mr. Fantastic being mean to Doctor Strange. Oh my God, that was like the greatest thing of all time.
Little side tangent, but I was talking to my brother, and he was watching The Office, but on like Crave, which is like HBO Max in Canada.
Yeah.
And there are different like side cutaways than the original show. And he showed me this clip of Michael in his office that I had never seen before. I've seen this show 15
Yeah, it was
times.
probably the Superfan episodes.
It wasn't the Superfan episodes. They were shorter. They were like 21 minutes. Like they were the base length. But dude, this fucking clip, it's the one where Michael takes all the girls in the office to buy fucking panties.
Yeah.
And he's like, instead of maybe I do know what it's like to be a woman. He's talking about like how women struggle, and he's like, sometimes when I get up in the morning, I'll look in the mirror and I'll tuck myself. And I'll just stand there. Have you seen this clip, dude? I'd never seen that shit before. I was fucking laughing so hard. Like, what? And he's like, it's so funny, dude. Oh my,
yeah,
what a good show.
Well, that's it for today, everybody. We'll see you next Friday. Because we're gonna try to be back on schedule now. Next Friday, we will be here. Wolf of Wall Street, The Kid, Thor: The Dark World, and Iron Man 3.
Yeah, me and Jagger are gonna yap queer. Trey, watch that shit.
All right, I will this week.
Queer. And then I might get into a little Severance talk. We'll see.
Hell yeah! All right,
it'll be a good time.
Yeah, we will see you guys next Friday. Thank you for joining us on The Average Film Enjoyer.